everyone, it's Holly and I'm here with a video that's a little outdated and may not be a popular opinion, but nobody's gonna watch this anyway, so who cares? And that is my thoughts on season 1 of Daredevil. So I recently finished watching this. Now I will give you a little bit of backstory. I had no interest in Daredevil when it came out because whatever. Jessica Jones interested me, so I started watching it and then I stopped because it was like, it was a tough one. And then I actually never watched Luke Cage. I started watching Iron Fist and then I stopped a few episodes into that and I was like, no, watch it in order, do this the right way. So then I went back and I started over and I started with Daredevil, which I've now finished. I've actually finished Jessica Jones as well. So next I will do Luke Cage, and then I will finish Iron Fist, and then I will watch The Defenders, and hopefully I will do a video like this for all of them. I don't think this is going to be super long, because really my opinion on this show can be summed up in one thing, one word, and that's eh? I remember when this came out, people were like all over the place, like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, blah, blah, blah. And I actually like Charlie Cox as an actor, so like I was on board. But what I said originally about not being that interested in it comes from the fact that like I don't really know a lot about Daredevil. I came into this not knowing a lot. I hadn't even seen like the Ben Affleck movie. That's how little I know about this. And a lot of my like comic book knowledge comes from my dad, and I don't remember him ever reading Daredevil. He, like me, is kind of more of like a team comic book person. I'm more movies, he's more, well, he likes the movies too, but and he likes Spider-Man, which I don't like Spider-Man, but that's a conversation maybe for another day. Yeah, my overall thoughts are just like, it's okay. I thought the pacing was really weird. A lot of times when I watch a show on Netflix or something, I'm assuming it's gonna like encourage me to binge, and Jessica Jones actually did. This didn't. Like, I felt like the show would kind of end where it shouldn't. Like, it should have ended like 20 minutes earlier, and then it would just kind of like end in awkward places, and I never really knew what was going on. Like, when an episode would start, I didn't really get where we were sometimes. I don't know, maybe on a rewatch it would make more sense, but I'm not really feeling the need to rewatch. And then the real issue for me was the characters. Like, they just came across as really unlikable. Now, I'm getting the impression that Daredevil is supposed to be kind of like a little broody, a little angsty, a little conflicted, and while that is not personally my favorite type of character, I get that a lot of people like that and appreciate that. You do you. I can understand it within the context of a show, but I had like no connection to him. And you would think if you're gonna have a character like that, you would hopefully at least have one character that maybe would still pull on your heartstrings. I liked Foggy most of the time. But I wouldn't even say I like loved him. The only character that I grew like super emotionally connected to was Ben, the reporter, and I think that had more to do with like his wife's situation than it had to do with like his role in the other parts of the story. Like that just like pulled on my heartstrings. And you know, like as the series is progressing, I'm getting to this point where in my head I'm like, okay, this series is pretty high stakes. I see that. There's no way everyone makes it out, you know? So I'm thinking, I'm like, who do I care about if they die? And I really didn't care about like anyone except Ben. Like even Foggy, if he had died, I would have been a little like, but I wouldn't have been super sad about it. And I feel like if you're, and here's the thing, like death or no death, if there's gonna be a death, it should have a payoff. Otherwise it's just pointless, you know? And I kind of want to go into it thinking, oh my gosh, all of my characters can't make it, you know? I want a Firefly moment or a Serenity moment. That's what I want. But yeah, I just couldn't get like super invested in it. Like I was watching it but just because I was like, okay, you need to watch this so you can get to Jessica Jones, so you can keep going, blah, 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 blah. That's not why you should watch a TV show. Also, a lot of time, now this is more of like a pet peeve than, although I feel like a creative choice was made and I don't appreciate it, and that's, it was super quiet. It was also very dark a lot of the times, which also bothers me, but that one bothers me slightly less. The show was so quiet, so I would like struggle to hear what was going on sometimes, and like I hate turning up my volume because, like, you know, eventually there's gonna be that moment where it's like and then something happens and it's awful. I will say, as the show finished, I got a little more invested in it, like a little bit, but honestly I don't really even see myself feeling the need to see season 2, and that's a little sad, you know? So if you think that I should watch season 2, feel free to let me know down in the comments below, and I will try maybe to watch it. I don't know. And hopefully in a couple weeks I will have my Jessica Jones thoughts up. Those are much more positive because I liked that show a lot better. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.